Faders of the Lost Art.
Welcome back to Faders of the Lost Art. I'm here live at NAMM, reporting from the Cloud Mike's booth. Big shout out to Cloud. Thanks for hosting us. I'm here with some of the legendary folks in the game. Listen, between these two folks right here, they got billions and billions and billions of streams. Look them up. Ohad Nissim, mastering engineer.
What's up?
Look him up. Teezio, if you don't know him, you're under a rock. Look him up.
What's
My guys. Man, what a pleasure. What a pleasure to be here.
For sure.
Thank you for joining me. Faders of the Lost Art here live in NAMM. Just getting it. How's your NAMM been so far?
It's been good. I just did a little Avid thing, little PMC playback in Atmos, and hitting this and then heading back to the studio.
This boy don't miss, by the way, so definitely go check out his mixes. How's your NAMM going so far?
Yeah, it's intense. Tons of stuff to look at and people to talk to. But yeah, it's cool.
This is your first time at NAMM?
No, second.
Second time?
Yeah.
Did it meet your expectations of last year, or better or worse?
I mean, so far it's pretty, I think, chilled compared to last year. But it will probably pick up.
Definitely, the traffic was crazy getting in, but
Yeah,
nonetheless,
for sure.
we are here.
Yeah,
All
it was
let's
a
kick it
2-hour
off.
drive.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that just turned around and went home, but they'll be here tomorrow. Okay. Hey, so listen. This is one of the questions that probably more people in the world have than not. How do you know when a mix or a master is done?
That's the thing, is you don't know, right?
Yeah.
You really don't know, because you end and then you're like, this sounds good. But then the next day you wake up and you're like, I have to make adjustments. So it really wasn't done, right? And then you make adjustments, you send it to the artist, and you're like, this is done.
Right.
And the artist comes back with notes, so it wasn't done.
Right.
So it's never really done until everyone who has a say is okay with it.
Got you.
Once you add a new person that needs a say, there's going to be more changes. So a mix is never perfect and never done until it's out.
Especially in the major leagues.
In the major leagues, yeah, like everyone who has a say in it has their say.
Right.
After that, then it's done.
Right.
That's really when it's done. When it gets delivered and comes out. And I've had records come out and still have a change.
That's
like
crazy.
It's out and it's like, oh, can you actually turn this down? And
how does that transfer over to you? Like, do you have to go through and remaster?
Yes.
Or
it's harder for me because I have to reprint all of the mastering files and then resend them to him, and he just has to repass them on his chain, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
But mine has more of the time because my assistants have to jump on. They have to make the change. We have to send it back for approval. Once it's approved, then print mastering, then get it to him.
You got a whole slew of emails.
And
you
then
got a
there's
whole slew of
Atmos.
work.
It's like, okay, that's approved. What did I change? Okay, I changed this background part and this lead. Okay, so I have to reprint those two parts for Atmos, drop that in the Atmos session, reprint Atmos, redeliver Atmos. It's a lot. So then when they're like, and I hate it because the clients will come in, they'll be like, hey, I have a change. It's really, really small. And I'm like, it doesn't matter how small it is. I have to reprint mastering at the very minimum.
Same time.
At the very minimum.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's easier, He's finishing his stuff. And by then, I already have like a setting set up, and I'm just need to recall it, basically.
Yeah.
So with your chains and stuff, what percentage are you master, analog, digital?
So I'm pretty much like 99% analog.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll use like, I don't know, maybe one plugin at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Is that Bainz? What's up, Bainz? Yo, pull up.
Should have Bainz pull up.
Yo,
Yo, Bainz, can you pull up?
Hey. Yo, hop on the show.
Wix is warm again?
Yo, what is life? What's good, Bainz?
What's good, G? What'd you eat?
I didn't eat anything.
You wasted time.
The line,
My guy, what are we going to eat later? What's the spot? What's the vibe?
Yo, there's a place in the Westin called Puestos, the Mexican spot. I'm about to bust down on that
the
right
Marriott too has that fire out by the pool. They got some fire, some Wagyu this, some short rib that, bro. Ooh,
I like this. I like this type of talk.
At the Marriott.
I like this type of talk.
Out by the pool, we're gonna smoke one out there.
That's where we're going.
I mean, we're gonna hang out.
Yeah.
But what does warm means on mixes? I don't know. What's warm?
What is warm? Yeah, that is.
What is warm?
Warm is another warm is another term for dull.
Yeah.
Yes, warm is dull.
Warm is dull.
I think for me personally, like especially for vocals, what I perceive as warm is like a lot of engineers, like when they arbitrarily go and like dip that 200 range, and I think that's where some of the warmth magic is.
Well, I guess warmth depends on the source material. Are you talking vocals? Or are you talking a bass guitar? You know, you're talking right? So
You know
vocals
what?
definitely that lower mid.
Warmth also is the relativity to what the demo was. Because let's say the vocals are super bright in the demo, and then you warm them up, they can still be bright, but they're warm by comparison to the demo.
True.
So warm is like, what is it relative to?
That's a good point.
That's true, yeah.
And by default, if you just like a lot of times you get these tracking session plugins where it's like, whoa. All right, the cloud just kicked in.
Yeah,
Yo, the cloud mic just went on.
But yeah, it's like they do all of this cutting, like I said, and then they overcompress, and then they compress more, and then they do these weird EQ moves, and sometimes just opening that up opens the sound out, and then it just sounds warmer. And I just I just think things that sound nicer sound warmer.
Yo, you mentioned opening things up. Give me a couple of tips to open your mix up. Open your music bus or your mix bus, or what do you open up? Or what do you open up a kick drum or
FADB at 280.
I think when I consider opening up, it's a lot of times like I'm mixing and then like I end up pushing things too much and pulling back on everything kind of opens it up. It feels like it gets more dynamic. Maybe dynamic. Maybe that's what we refer to.
Yeah.
I think it's panning. A lot of panning and then EQing frequencies out that are muddying stuff up. That opens stuff up. I've stopped adding 10K to vocals now just because I deal with so much S-ing issues. There's a lot of S issues lately.
these mics, I don't know what they're doing. They need some ribbons.
It's
I mean, you can hear right now the S's are insane.
Sharp.
It's also cable length is getting much shorter. So all of that, like before, it used to be go to the patch bay to the room, then back, and all of that length is now it's going straight to like a shitty little
like it's a
tabletop
microphone,
interface.
microphone into the interface.
Yeah.
And the conversion isn't helping
Exactly.
on
The
that.
shitty conversion.
Yeah. UAD shit.
Jitter.
UAD type shit.
I didn't say it.
No, you know what? Left and right guys gonna say it because they've never done anything for me.
You feel me?
Low key, high key.
Shit. So I was asking them earlier, how do you know when a mix is done?
Bro, I'm making changes after the shit is out.
That's crazy.
I you know what? I've gotten way better at that though. I used to never know, and now I'm like, yo, if I listen to the demo, I listen to the mix, it's way better. I've covered everything. Cool, move on to the next one. Cool, move on to the next one. I have like
You've been doing this enough hours to know.
I get attached less now.
Right. And it's tough. It's tough. You get attached, so you got to know when to bounce. You know?
I mean, there's
100%.
never an end,
It doesn't end.
It doesn't end.
No,
That's crazy.
and it's never perfect.
Yeah. There's
right?
no perfect.
Because perfect is a subjective thing. I can
Absolutely.
think it's perfect. Bainz could be like, that's not perfect yet.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fully subjective.
Right.
You just
No,
hope
that's
that
crazy.
what you think is perfect is also what the artist thinks
I
is
was
perfect.
telling Beezy this morning, I was like, there's no, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if like you don't know until the artist gives you the feedback.
100%.
Like you hit send and your thing tightens up a little bit until they reply. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. See, that's why you got to use sampling because then you can just keep swapping it. That's been a godsend for stuff like that because I'd always be I do that. There are times like I've gotten the mix approved. I'm like that now I can make minor moves to make it better that no one's gonna notice. But now that I got the real mix approved, I can make these minor tweaks and keep working on.
No, it's the same version. Yeah.
I don't know. It's mastering did that.
Put it on the master engineer. Yeah. Whatever.
What's your favorite piece of gear? And you don't gotta tell me your whole chain, just your favorite piece of gear.
My favorite piece of gear, maybe my Terry CQ. It's like a very it's like a tone shaping EQ.
Okay.
But it doesn't change the balance.
Okay.
Is that big one?
Yeah, that colorful one.
That 300 boost at the bottom shelf that it has on there is insane.
Insane. The mid section is insane.
By the way,
It's like-
Ohad's collection of gear, he has all pieces that I've personally never seen in person.
That's crazy.
And stuff that I've never even heard of. Like he comes, I'm like, yeah, look at my PMCs, my shit sounds fire. He's like, I have these things called Dutch and Dutch, and I'm like, what's that? And he shows it to me.
That's what
It
you're on?
looks like a Yamaha
Nice.
NS.
Amazing.
HS10. It looks like a Yamaha HS10.
They're right
Here, it's this.
Yeah, and the shit's up. Well, can I hear them? Fuck.
No.
Can I have these?
Yeah, we'll talk to the guys. We actually got them out here.
I literally
Yeah.
just met them.
Fucking nice.
They are
This
nice.
is like the
These
wood
are
inside a Mercedes.
There you go.
type vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a shootout with that Terry EQ. We took the Terry EQ. We did the Elysia EQ and the Fern, the VT5.
Yeah.
At Goodwin's spot one day, and we just
Oh, really?
nerded out, shooting all these different EQs out. And
Who won?
That there was no clear winner.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the Terry and the Fern were very close.
Yeah.
The Fern was a little. It was able to do a little more surgical stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you would think you could do that more with Terry, but that
No.
that
It-
300 boost
yeah.
was just
The
nice.
Terry is like, the cues are super wide.
Exactly,
So it's super musical.
Yeah.
But it won't shift the balance.
Maybe that's what Diamond is modeled after. You know, Lucas Diamond.
Yeah.
Because he has very wide cues like that.
Isn't that okay? Sorry, I keep thinking of the diamond saturate. And
Right.
the
That,
transient one.
he
That's a
went
new one.
crazy with the transient design and the saturate. He went a little
It's- yeah,
crazy.
that line is
I'm
cool.
still on Diamond 1, bro.
I gotta check it out.
I'm old school.
But yeah.
So, favorite new plugin?
Neutron 5.
That's the second time I heard that today.
Neutron 5, and also I gotta shout out DJ Swivel Hit Strip. That plugin is really good. It's
Swivel don't
surprisingly
miss.
good. Surprisingly good.
Okay, I got two.
Talk to me.
One of them is Pro Q4.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Tell me something about it,
Don't
though.
tell them
Well,
about that clipper.
obviously- No, I'm not talking about there's what's cool about it is this. Okay, so I use Soothe a lot because
Okay.
a lot of times when I'm getting tracks, let's say like there's a demo and it's, you know, for the most part it's smashed, it's watt, you know, like those things aren't, they're not great, right?
Yeah.
When I get the broken down files, everything is more high def because nothing is being pushed through
The limiter,
the
yeah.
limiter through all, not only that limiter, but then when the artist prints their song using the 2-track,
Yeah.
that gets all washed, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is with the Pro, wait, what were we saying, the Pro Q4? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So with the Pro Q4 is this. All those hats and stuff like that, they're way brighter and way more transient than they are in the demo.
Right.
So I use a Soothe a lot, but what happens is Soothe is pretty heavy.
It is.
And the Pro Q4, the Spectral is heavy, but I don't think it's as heavy as the Soothe.
Right.
So if I just need a Spectral, something really quick where I don't want to use a whole nother insert for, I'll use a Spectral on there, which makes my life just a hair easier.
Right.
It makes the end result just a hair easier to get through.
What the Ozone Spectral Shaper? Or?
No, well, that
Pro
is
Q4.
great too. I'm talking about the Pro Q4. Because
Oh,
he's asking
okay.
me what is good about it.
I haven't used that yet.
No, it's great. And if you just have like one little thing and you don't, you know, the dynamic section kind of just pulls down the Q size. But with Spectral, it just pushes down like Soothe does.
Like Soothe, yeah.
Like Soothe. So there's a Spectral, but it does increase the delay on it.
Right.
A little bit.
So like Speccraft, basically.
So that's my second plugin
Yeah.
is when I want to do something that is very finite, because Soothe can be quite heavy
Yeah.
as
Right.
a plugin on
Yeah.
everything if you put it on. But this plugin called Spectral, or is it Spectral?
Speccraft.
Speccraft that
Yeah.
he told
Okay.
me about.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If Ohad tells me about a plugin,
Yeah.
I'm downloading
It's
it.
legit.
Yeah, it's
let's
legit.
go.
If Bainz tells me about a plugin, I'm also downloading it.
Hell
if someone
yeah.
else tells me, I'm having my assistants download
You
it.
know?
Period.
Preach.
Because if Ohad's telling me, then that means that he's found some secret shit. He's
Yeah.
like the tech guy. Like, I'll be like, how does this work? He's like, I'll figure it out. And then I'll text you how it
Hell
works. But the Speccraft is another Soothe type
Yeah.
of thing, but it's almost way more transparent.
Yeah.
It's very
That's-
transparent. It's great for mastering.
Yes.
It's great for
Yeah.
what he needs it.
Yes.
Yeah, if you have like some resonance, like annoying shit on your ear,
Yeah.
use that, like on 10%, and it's gone.
Wow.
And you don't hear it.
I'm really.
What's the name of this thing again?
Speccraft.
Speccraft. It's pretty heavy as well.
I'd send it to me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
will.
You heard it here first. Ladies and gentlemen, live at Cloud with some of the hottest engineers on planet Earth right now. You heard?
Yo, that Neutron 5 though, I just did that on the Wham shit because I was in the box and I just had very few things. It came through, man. That new density mode in there is pretty wild.
The new stuff Isotope came out with is crazy.
The Ozone 11
Ozone.
Yeah, Ozone 11 is wild. Yeah,
It's
Like,
wild. Ozone like 6 was wild. Imagine.
5.
You know?
5.
She.
5 was the one.
You know?
No, but the Spectral is my favorite from Ozone, to be honest. Like, the Neutron 4 is
Yeah.
my favorite EQ, or the Neutron 3 EQ.
Yeah,
I
you
still
still
use
use
the
the 3. Yeah, right.
But there's something so tonal about it.
Yeah, that
As soon as you
tonal
bump it up a
shifting-
little bit, the shit is just tonal. Like, you can really hear, like, okay, I don't want that in there. And
Right.
then the way it cuts is also different than the Pro Q, which is why I like using the Neutron for certain cuts. and the Pro Q for other cuts. I feel like the Pro Q is more transparent and might let shit still bleed, versus the Neutron is a lot heavier with the tone, and it kills whatever you're trying to kill, or boosts whatever you're trying to boost pretty heavily.
Yeah, I don't know if 3 has a dynamic, but even like the EQ is sick. But
3 has
but
dynamic.
It does, yeah. But even then, when you add that, like for like little small pockets of harshness that say soothe, the spectral shaper, or anything, whatever you use, has left by that you can like really get in and like get some harshness out of there. In fact, a lot of the Big X vocals, because they were recorded pretty like in not ideal environments, they were pretty harsh when I got them. That was my finisher on everything, just that dynamic section at the end. 5 wasn't out when I did the album. I used 5 on the deluxe. Let's drop it today, but it's I love that thing.
I'm curious. I haven't tried it out yet, but I want to try out the overlapping, where your mix frequency buildup in the new Pro Q4.
Is
that the one where like you automate it to read the other Pro Qs so that it can show you the overlap?
Yep. Before they had it in Pro Q3, but you had to like select it one by one, and you had to like do a lot more work. Now it's kind of all automated.
But that works basically if there's a Pro Q on another track,
every
it'll
track.
display. So if it's not on every track, then it won't show you that.
Basically,
I like to do that by ear.
Yes.
No, but you're a freak. It's a great way to actually visually confirm things.
Right.
Especially as you're like, even for me, like I would love to go and visually confirm, like, okay, I would even put it on the demo,
right,
and then put it on the mix and see how those overlap things kind of work too.
That makes sense, because it's sometimes it'll look like it's overlapping, but that sounds good.
Yeah, but exactly. You can't just clean everything up. Things still have to be
Every sound can't have just like one frequency band.
But where I'm going with it is that our plugins are getting smarter. They're not necessarily trying to chase us out the house, but they're getting a little bit smarter.
At the end of the day, it's just like, where are the motherfuckers using this? It's just making our lives slightly easier.
Right.
Exactly. This technology shit is nowhere near taking our jobs.
Not even close.
Fucking autopilot today was driving like an idiot.
And
that's fucking Tesla.
I thought I was on my phone so much it shut down, and I had to there was traffic, so I literally put the car off and started back on.
That's what you have to do. So I don't think if the Teslas don't even drive correctly in traffic, like to slow down on time, then I don't think our jobs are being taken.
I think we're good.
No,
I think we're good to go.
Not yet. Yeah.
So, favorite plugin or a piece of gear for vocals? Doesn't have to be one. It could be 2 or whatever. Just
I mean, my EQ, I use a NIF Exa. It's this super clean EQ. And
say it one more time.
NIF Exa. It's this
How do you spell it?
It's KNIF.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's this crazy dude.
Oh, the knife one.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
knife.
Right. I was like,
knife. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So it's
right?
new. Yeah. So I do a lot of like side work. I work in mid side, and I'll boost like 2 decibels at like 36 K. Yeah. And that like opens it up.
Damn.
But also smooths the vocal.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. I do shitload on mid side.
Okay.
I'll boost like 300 hertz on the side.
You do any exciting or?
I have a saturation device.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it's too heavy. I mean, on Teezio mixes it's a bit heavy.
Okay.
Because he's like fully loaded.
Yeah.
But on like
coming in hot.
But see, that's what I feel like the arbitrary, or I'm going to use something just because I use it, is whack, and especially for mastering engineers. Like I've had people be like, oh yeah, I use it. I was like, why would you use that? Because my mix had that on it. I was like, don't just use it because you have it. Listen to it. I was like, dude, my shit is like his. Like it's very saturated.
Exactly.
You don't need to go and do all these other things.
I just want you to EQ any bad things out and catch any S's.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, and if you can't do that, run it flat.
And that's what we do. We end up saying run it flat because sometimes too much is done to the mixes, and like I get it. There are I talk to engineers, mastering engineers, and they'll be like, bro, I have to do so much work on these mixes. Like I have to if it wasn't for me, the shit would sound totally different. So I know that mastering engineers deal with that. And Ohad, I'm sure you have to deal with stuff where you're like, I have a lot of work to do here.
Oh
to
for sure.
To get it to where it needs to be.
For sure.
Versus with ours, it's like, okay, it sounds great. Is there anything that maybe I can adjust? These should be small moves.
Right.
Yeah.
Little Q cuts at de-essing, which sometimes I need him to like come on pause, but just come over the mix and make sure that like
it's smooth.
the shit is good, right?
Yeah.
Because things get by. Like there's songs where I'm using 2 de-essers in different places, and it's still not getting all the S's because it's so bad. And I'm even and you have to still have it be natural. If you get rid of it too much,
you gotta live.
So he'll use the Weiss.
the Weiss,
You know, the problem with the Weiss is that
complicated,
it's
bro.
very heavy. And so if I have a fucking 100 vocals, where am I going to put 100 Weisses? You know, and you could put it on the bus, but some S's need to be treated different than other S's, and you only have 2 bands. Versus with a DS, I can put 10 DS's all in different places if I want. You know, so it's like it's a little different.
Yeah, but the Vice is like super musical. I don't know, for a DSer, I don't know.
It's insane. I love that thing. It is very CPU heavy, but like whenever I need to use it, like and sometimes it's the only thing that works. I'll commit shit leading up to it just so I can use that.
You ever fuck with the Weiss limiter?
That's what I use on my drum bus. It's my drum bus limiter.
I don't use limiter.
That's dope.
I'm against limiters.
The only person I know that can make that work is Dave.
On what, drum bus?
On the mix bus.
No, on the drum
light,
bus.
Super light on the mix bus. But I'm going to try it on the drum bus. That's a great idea.
It's very transparent.
Yes.
And I like the transparency.
And it gives you that oomph and volume really easily.
Very easily gives you the oomph and volume, for sure. Yeah,
without
it's a great.
changing your
and
balance.
I just have it, and trust me, that drum bus that I have is at 8,000 samples of delay, so I can't add anything to it.
Dope.
Sponsored by THC.
You know where to find us. Just look for the cloud. You feel me?
Look for the cloud.
Look for the cloud,
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. They know. We gotta go.
We gotta go. I think they figured us out.
I definitely saw the cops walking around here earlier.
Yo, there's a dog right there, literally.
Hell no.
We got the Ozium over here pumping.
We got the Ozium.
Yeah, I'll bring my dog tomorrow.
For real.
God damn.
Well, gang, it's been real. It's been a pleasure. Again, big honor, big pleasure to have these heavy hitters. These are literally the hottest guys in the game right now. Hats off to them. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Cloud.
Thank you, Cloud.
Definitely.
Thank you, Cloud.
Shout out,
And
Cloud.
Dutch and Dutch.
And Dutch and Dutch and Cloud. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Gang, mic drop.
Don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And see you next time on Faders of the Lost Art.